Hi, welcome to Don't Leave. I'm Mary Crocker Cook, and this is a series developed to give you a peek behind the curtain to learn what therapists know about attachment theory and how crucial it is to supporting the quality of life that we all hope for. I've seen individuals and couples in psychotherapy and worked with people in addiction recovery for over 30 years. I'm a person in long-term recovery myself. I still love what I do. I've also been training addiction counselors and psychotherapists at the same time who have forced me to learn to say things with minimum psychobabble. Hopefully, I can do this with you. And when I have to use specific terms, I'll give you a psychobabble alert. While I've developed a theory of addiction counseling called attachment-based addiction counseling, which translates attachment theory into a treatment program, I mostly live this material, and I cannot help but throw in comments about my own attachment strategy, success, and failure when talking about my favorite topic. So I'll personalize the material and bring in questions from my students and clients, and hopefully I'll say something helpful. So let's start out with a common question. What does attachment have to do with recovery, and why should I learn about this? So here's a silly story to make my point. The other day I went to Kaiser to get my new glasses prescription, and I bebopped my way back to the car, and when I got in, I looked into the visor. And maybe because the sun was shining directly in, I saw a huge hair sticking out over my lip, and suddenly flashed on all the Zoom meetings I'd been on that week. Me and my giant hair. I couldn't see it, couldn't change it until I had the right prescription. I'm sure you're getting my point. You cannot change or heal what you cannot see. Once you see it, like my giant hair, you can pull it out. When we look at the research about the things that help people live the lives they want to live, especially people who've chosen to stop using substances, it's their ability to develop and keep a strong support system. Said another way, people who cannot develop a few safe relationships tend to relapse. In fact, whether or not addiction's ever been an issue in your life, our connections to the people in our life can create the greatest pain or joy. So when you think about your own attempts to use or not use or cut down on your using, what is going on between you and the people in your life? Sometimes the people in our lives cause us more stress, and we can't handle the feelings that come up like anger or disappointment, shame, frustration, or fear they'll leave. Sometimes we stress the people in our lives because they can't seem to connect with us. We disappear, don't respond, accuse them of smothering us, won't accept gifts, and refuse to let anybody get close to us. Sometimes we're frightened and confused by relationships, and we act out and cause chaos and check out of our bodies and say things we don't mean. What all of these have in common is the inability to trust other people. And that's the bottom line. At the end of the day, most of us are most encouraged and most injured by the people in our world. Most counselors will tell you that regardless of why the person is calling to get counseling, it will usually lead back to their childhood and adult relationships. It's part of being human. Long-term recovering counselors know this, and it's one of the reasons we have often tried to encourage people to attend support groups like the 12-step program. The goal is to form relationships with people to support them in their sobriety. And sometimes it works like a charm, sometimes not so much. How about this one? Every time I get sober, relationship drama takes me back out. During this series, we're going to be spending time helping you learn why you have the kind of relationships you do and your attachment style. You're going to learn how you might be sabotaging the relationships that could be part of a good life, the life you deserve. We're going to spend some time learning something about you, the emotional overwhelm that comes up and gets in the way, and help you get better at reading yourself and the people around you. And hopefully we can have some fun doing it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.